Okay, so I just went over different parentheses and how to solve those types of problems. I'm going to now focus my attention on the second part of this lesson, which is functions. Now, you really haven't been introduced to the word function, but the problems that you've been solving where you have two columns of numbers, like on page 518, where you have an in and out, and then you have to write the rule, and then you have to apply the rule to get the missing letters. Those are called functions, and basically a function is a relationship between two sets of numbers. Okay, so what we can see that the rule of functions is expressed as an equation oftentimes, and then the equation has certain things that it represents. So we can say that so I'm reading on page 518, and I'm on the third paragraph, right underneath where it has the functions, the second paragraph where it has it. And it says, often the rule of a function is expressed as an equation with the x standing for the in number and the y standing for the out number. So in the function listed above that, it says that the rule for that would be to multiply the in number by 2 in order to find the out number. So you would write it this way. You would write the out number first. You would say y equals, this is your out number, okay? And then you're going to say, well, what's the rule? Well, the rule is to multiply 2 times the x. You don't really need the parentheses because we learned that coefficients by variables means multiply. And this is called the in number, okay? So the rule was multiply the in number by the 2 to get the out number. So we say y equals this. Now you're not going to have to write the equations, don't worry, they're going to be given to you, but just to give you an understanding of what that is. So this is a type of function. What you are going to be told is you're going to be given an equation, a function, and you're going to have to apply the rule to fill in to find the missing numbers. So look at example number 4. Okay, example 4 says the rule or the function would be the out number y equals 2 times the in number and then add 1. So you know how I've been giving you the rules of these? And this is the rule. It would be 2 times x plus 1 gives you the answer, okay? Remember, x, it represents the in number, and y is the out number. So in a chart like this, you have the in and the out, okay? So in this case, they have, actually, let me move this. I'm going to put it over here, and we're going to draw the chart. So we're going to say x and y. Now this is important because these are the coordinates of a graph. And whenever you have the coordinates of a graph, the coordinates of a graph are always x and then y. So it's alphabetical, right? And we know that the x goes on the left to right and the y goes up and down, okay? So we're just preparing you to start graphing these is what we're trying to do. So we have the x and y, and we know that the equation is 2x plus 1. So we're going to multiply this by 2 to get this. So they give you the x's are 4, 7, and 0. And they don't give you the y's, they're just blank. So I'm going to just put blanks. They have boxes, but I'm going to put blanks. But I can apply this rule here to find my y's. And the easiest way to do this, guys, and I want you to be organized because you're going to have 3 different answers. So I'm going to label these A, B, and C, and I'm going to do this 3 times. So this one would be A. And I'm going to fill in what A says. Y equals 2 times my x. My x is 4, so I'm going to put a parentheses because I want to multiply, and put a 1. That's going to solve for A. Okay? So then I'm going to say y equals 8 plus 1, therefore y equals 9. And I'm going to plug it into my chart. Y equals 9. If you don't show me this work, I'm going to count it wrong. I don't want you to do this in your head. I want you to write it down. It's easy now, but there's going to be a point when it's not, and you guys have seen that pattern. So organize it and then show me the work. And then you would do for B, do the same thing. Write the equation again, y equals 2x plus 1. Substitute it, 2 this time times 7 plus 1. Okay, So y equals 14 plus 1, y equals 15. There's your answer for B, so 15. And the reason you do A, B, and C is you can see there's 3 different work shown. And if you don't label your work shown, I'm not going to know if this belongs to the middle one or this belongs to the top one or whatever else. So you need to organize it. Okay, so I'm going to do it one more time for C. So here's C, and the equation was y equals 2x plus 1. So 2, this time times 0, plus 1. So y equals 0 plus 1. Y equals 1. There's my answer, and there's my answer. Now, at this point, they're not going to make you graph it, but if I told you to graph it, you would be able to take this, and let me do it over here, and you'd be able to write a graph like this, x, y, and you'd be able to say x is 1, 2, 3, 4, and y is 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and you do a dot. And then you'd say 7 and 15. 7, and then I'm not going to have room up here, so it would go up there, and then 0 and 1 would be 0 on the x, 1 on the y, so your graph would look something like that, okay? And again, you're going to do this next year in 8th grade, you're not going to do that this year, but the point of a function is to help you to start understanding how to use it to find relationships of things, and then often we graph that material, and it's useful for many things in life, okay? All right, so that is what a function is and how to do it. There's your geometry written for you on the board. That should be a fairly simple exercise. Please make sure you do label those graphs so that they are ordered and you know what you're doing. And if you have questions, let me know.